let's solve for the x and y intercepts. In lesson number 9, you learned that the y-intercept is the point on the graph in which the line crosses the y-axis. Well, the definition is the same for the x-intercept. The x-intercept is the point on the line in which the line crosses the x-axis. So if I was to draw a sample graph, just drawing a graph in which here's my x-axis and there's my y-axis. Now I'm going to draw a line. Notice on the line, there is only one point in which the line crosses the x-axis. That point is called the x-intercept. Same thing for the y-axis. There is one point in which the line crosses the y-axis. That point is known as the y-intercept. All right? So now that you understand what the x and y intercepts are, now let's solve an equation for the x and the y-intercept. So if I gave you the equation 2x plus 3y equals 6, and I wanted to specifically solve for the x-intercept, I am going to plug 0 into the equation for y. You always plug 0 into the opposite term when you're looking for the intercepts. All right, so in this case, I'm looking for the x-intercept. So I'm going to plug in 0 for y to find the x. So let's rewrite this equation. You would have 2x plus 3 times 0 equals 6. All right, well, what is 3 times 0? 3 times 0 is 0, so this completely goes away, and you're left with 2x equals 6. You're solving for x, so you're dividing both sides by 2. The 2's cancel, and x equals 3, or 3, 0. Please always remember that the x-intercept, the y-intercept, they're always points, x, y. So the point 3, 0 is where this line crosses the x-axis. Let's also find the y-intercept. So just like the x-intercept, you plug in 0 into the opposite term. So this time you're going to plug 0 in for your x. All right, so I'm going to have 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. This is going to give me the y-intercept. So I'll have, because this cancels, 2 times 0 is 0. So I'm left with 3y equals 6. 3y equals 6. Divide both sides of the equation by 3. Your 3's cancel out, and you're left with y equals 2, or 0, 2. Now, if you're trying to figure out where these zeros come from, don't forget that you did plug in 0 into the original problem. So in this problem, I plugged 0 in for x to find my y. And in this problem, I plugged in 0 in for y to find my x. I know those are some funky looking circles, but you get my point. All right, let's practice again. I'm going to give you another equation. Let's try it again. This time I give you 3x minus 4y equals negative 12. 3x minus 4y equals negative 12. So if I'm in this equation, solving this equation, and I'm trying to solve specifically for my x-intercept, I'm going to plug 0 in for y because you plug into the opposite term. So I have 3x minus 4 times 0 equals negative 12. Negative 4 times 0 is 0, so I'm left with 3x equals negative 12. Divide both sides of the equation by 3. The 3's cancel, and I'm left with x equals negative 4, or negative 4, 0, which is my x-intercept. If I'm looking for my y-intercept, you're going to plug 0 in for x to find the y. All right, so I have negative 4y equals negative 12. Divide both sides by negative 4. The negative 4's cancel. Now notice here you have a negative divided by a negative. Make sure you remember that's going to give you a positive. So y equals positive 3, or 0, 3. So my 2 points in this problem, my 2 points are negative 4, 0, and 3, negative 4 comma 0 and 0 comma 3. Now, believe it or not, if I wanted to, I could actually plot these 2 points on a graph. So this actually is another way of graphing equations. So I could draw a graph. Drawing a graph. I always label my x and y axis, and I believe you should too. It helps us keep from messing up. So I'm going by increments of 1. If I plot my 2 points, here I have negative 4 comma 0, so that would be 1 point. Negative 4 comma 0 is here. And then I have 0 comma 3. 0 comma 3, so that's my y-intercept. And if I connect these 2 points, now how did I mess up? I messed up because I didn't go through the points. If you go through the points, let's try that again. You have to go through the points. Now this machine doesn't. You get my picture though, right? You have to connect the 2 points. If you connect the 2 points, those are your x and y intercepts, and that's a way of plotting points on a graph. So once again, when you solve for the x and the y intercepts, you always plug 0 into the opposite term. And this is a method of graphing, just as I showed here. Please make sure you don't mess up like I did. Technology is a beast, so you know how that goes. But you have to draw a line going through the 2 points, and that's another way of graphing. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please make sure that you go back through the examples in the textbook to reiterate exactly what I just showed you how to do.